Hey everybody, welcome back. Leave a like so this video is recommended to others, and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing videos just like this.
Was working the night shift when he sees this. Texas ghost hunters posted a haunting video where a graveyard night guard is doing his rounds when he began to hear strange voices or something almost animal-like somewhere in the graveyard. As the guard goes near the area just by a large tombstone, he sees this. Like something straight out of a nightmare, the weeping voice of a man can be heard. Then, as he looks around, the pitch-dark shadow of a man can be seen standing by the tombstone, watching him. But
I didn't even
as he
see
looks
it.
again, nothing's there. Could this actually be the restless spirit of a man weeping upon his grave? Let me know what you think.
Real or not, working at a graveyard at night probably has to be one of the creepiest jobs ever. Can you think of anything creepier for a night shift?
When it comes to strange things captured on camera while at an airplane, I guess that this is one of the strangest videos so far. I'm going to show you guys. It was captured by Blast757 while he was around 30,000 feet of altitude. That's really high. This is what he saw. Pay attention to that thing over there. I thought it was a building at first, but at 30,000 feet of altitude, that's probably something else. I'm gonna zoom in and mess with the brightness so you can see it better. What the heck? It's huge. What the heck is that? Check that out. It looks pretty solid, doesn't it? But what is it?
The top of a mountain, maybe? Or a UFO that forgot to turn on its cloaking device. It's probably the top of a mountain though. Grandma can't figure out how to use the oven, I guess. This is pure nightmare fuel, man.
A mystery appliance in his home was using 4 gigabytes of data per day. After weeks of troubleshooting when his home Wi-Fi began behaving strangely, Johnny Lee, an automation and tech enthusiast, finally discovered the culprit. Turns out his LG washing machine was unexpectedly consuming around 3.6 gigabytes of data daily, prompting widespread online discussion. LG responded, acknowledging the concern and actively investigating the unusual data usage. The smart washing machine, introduced in the early 2010s, allows remote control and monitoring via Wi-Fi. LG reportedly requires users to provide their date of birth. A 2023 study revealed that smart washing machines, including those from brands like Samsung, collect significant user data, including access to photos and location, although there is no evidence of data being sold to third parties.
Why is your washing machine freaking connecting to your Wi-Fi? And you know 100% that data is being sold. Why else would they be collecting data? Just to have data? What are you, downloading a new spin cycle?
A woman named Katie woke up one morning to see something strange on the floor of her room.
Okay, so I just woke up not too long ago, and I'm sitting here packing and cleaning my room because I'm going on vacation this week. And I'm sweeping my floors, and I find something that, y'all let me know if this has been a glitch in the Matrix or whatever you call it, because I see a lot of people on TikTok have the same experience, and I've always thought that y'all are faking. But I literally found a nail from this set, like the same color, everything. Not a single one of these are loose. I just got them done maybe a week and a half ago. They're all evenly grown out, every single one of them, so I haven't broke it off and went to go get a fill-in. Where did this come from? Because I have not had pink nails since August of 2021.
After posting the video, her comments were flooded with stories of similar experiences, and there are actually hundreds of videos online of women claiming that they too have had the exact same experience. If you've had anything like this happen to you, let me know in the comments. More importantly, what do you believe?
Leave y'all now. Please let me know if this is a glitch or whatever you want to call it, because I'm speechless. Like, that is the same color. I don't know what to do with it.
I don't want to be that guy, but maybe you want to ask your mans if anybody else has been in the house recently. I'm just saying, is it possible it's somebody else's maybe? That's not supposed to be in your house?
Buddy? Buddy? Are you guarding? You're guarding. And you're wiggling your little butt around? What's that for, huh? Getting comfortable? Uh-oh. He's telling you to get away. And he's crying. Oh, leave him alone.
I'm kind of jealous. I can't imagine how much food she's been feeding it for it to be acting like that. He really didn't want nobody else coming to his territory, getting that free food.
He heard screaming inside a tunnel, but what he found inside is horrifying. A man was walking by a small bridge when he hears what sounds like a pig or some kind of creature screaming. Possibly thinking he might find a wounded animal, he goes over to investigate and sees this.
I like screaming or something in this tunnel. I'm gonna go check it out. What the hell? Hello? What the f was that?
As he ventures deeper into the tunnel, you can hear something making clicking sounds like a bat, almost as if this thing is using echolocation. What looks like a pale humanoid creature can be seen screaming at him as the man quickly leaves. Is it possible that this man witnessed a humanoid creature living underneath her feet, like the ones told in many urban tales, or is it just simply an elaborate ruse?
That was the slowest run I've ever seen, and he still got away from it.
Jen.
Oh, God.
Maybe I'll feel that in their lower back.
Oh. My basement's flooded.
My basement's flooded.
Oh, my legs.
I need something easier after this one.
I've never heard that expression before. I don't know about this one. I have trust issues. It looks pretty amazing, but you're on the side of a cliff, man.
You don't have to be scared of the kitty. Come on. It's okay. It's just a kitty. See? It's okay.
That's too cute, man. That is too cute. Dude's built like a tank and he's scared of a little cat.
If a deer isn't afraid, then you should be. Money.
Alright, hear me out. I know that this doesn't look like a big deal, but it's a much bigger deal than you think it is. A couple of you guys tagged me in this video where this deer appears to be pretty docile and the cameraman's able to walk up to this deer without it reacting. I mean, the camera guy's even able to pet him, and this is indicative of a much bigger problem. Deer, of course, are almost always afraid of humans, and they run away just at the sight of us. With a behavioral change like this, that means the deer is likely diseased. There's a few different diseases that cause deer to lose their fear of humans. The first one we've talked about recently is known as chronic wasting disease. This, of course, is very deadly for deer, and usually they're going to look malnourished and they're not going to be afraid of humans. Number 2 is rabies, which can be transmitted to humans, and this would be the worst case scenario. You don't want to be near any wildlife that has rabies. Or number 3, which is a little bit more rare, but distemper. It's impossible to know exactly what type of disease this deer has, but it's most likely chronic wasting disease, seeing as this is a lot more common lately. Either way, a good rule of thumb, if any animal is acting like this and not afraid of you, don't touch it because there's probably something wrong with it.
Or it might be used to people feeding it. That's another reason. This one doesn't look sick though, so maybe it's just used to people.
What the hell? Not in there.
So I found this little basement. It's freaking weird. Oh my god!
Why? Come into the kitchen here. Say hi, Bernard. He never lets me talk. And then I see that. This is the third time I've come through. This is exactly how I see them. 3 times now. I think I'm gonna do that now.
The only one of those that looked real to me was that lady who opened her basement. I think that was a possum who ran across. Might have been a rat. It was one of the two.
Did you guys hear about that bank robbery that happened in Fort Myers in Florida yesterday? Check this out.
There's a Bank of America right there, and there's the Edison Bank right there. One of them is getting robbed right now, and we think they have hostages. The whole road, this is US 41, is all closed. These cars are getting out of there. The police has told them they gotta leave. Look at this, they gotta go. Helicopter coming back right now. Where is he? Right there. Coming back, circling over. Holy. I'm gonna go get a little closer. It's definitely the Bank of America. Look at this, got this like barricade thing. Helicopters still going behind us. I think there's hostages, they're gonna bust it. Well, look at this thing.
Look at that, they had to bring out the big boy, the big swap.
What is
Man,
that?
check this out, y'all.
10 scene unfolding in Florida. A hostage standoff at a Bank of America. The suspect claiming to have a bomb and holding a knife to a woman's neck. A sniper then opening with the hostages right there. Victor Akendo from Florida tonight.
Tonight, the terrifying moment. The SWAT team coming face to face with a bank robber who took 2 hostages.
Listen, just come out here, let me see your hands, and we'll work with you. We'll work with you.
Tense negotiations. You can hear the suspect raising his voice. Deputies urging him to surrender.
I know you're going through a lot, but this isn't going to make what you're going through any easier.
Authorities racing to the scene of this Bank of America branch in Fort Myers, escorting people out of the building, deploying a robotic dog.
Shortly after 11 a.m., we received a call of a bank robbery in progress with multiple hostages.
The sheriff identifying the suspect as 36-year-old Sterling Alavache, saying he claimed to be carrying a and armed with a knife.
He started to put one of the hostages in like a headlock, and he had the knife to her throat.
Suddenly, a sniper opening the suspect, freeing the hostage. The sheriff said the sniper feared for the hostage's life, and that's when they opened. Both hostages were unharmed.
It seems like we're all going through some things, y'all, but you know, these times are making people do some crazy things. Desperate times calls for desperate measure type of thing. That's why I tell you guys got to be careful out there, because this energy is making people do some, you know, expected, unexpected type stuff. And Florida, literally always in the midst of it, y'all. It's always in the midst of it. But this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times.
I feel like I get more news from actual TikTok than the actual news. Also, what was that giant Transformers looking thing? They were pulling up with that Optimus Prime. They were not playing.
Can anyone tell me why we're the only creatures on this planet that are completely not living by the laws of nature?
Okay, so cats will eat their own when they get sick. Ducks will eat if they get bored enough. Penguins will fuck the bodies of other penguins. Otters also fuck bodies, but not of the same species. Prosthesis monkeys will wiggle their dicks at each other because they think it's funny. And a dolphin will commit literally any crime that you can think of without hesitation. So to everyone over the past year who commented humans have done all of these before, no shit, Sherlock. It's kind of the reason that laws against all of these behaviors exist, because we know that there's people that want to do them and a lot of other people don't want them to do them. So we put things in place to tell them there's consequences for doing these things. So the point of the video was, why would you want to live in a world where people can do whatever they want with no guaranteed consequence? And some people thought it was a point worth bringing up, that people will still do these despite laws being in place. And it's like, no, that's why there's laws in place. The general goal behind societal laws is usually to make it so others can't take advantage of others. Recent years would have you think otherwise. Claire Sander. Oh yeah, and people who commented that there was no penguin when I pointed at the penguin in my original video, are you blind?
People think that animals are out there living their best life, not hurting each other, like it's a Disney movie, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Yeah, exactly this first comment here. Dolphins can commit tax fraud? They probably could if you taught them how to use a computer.
So this man kidnapped someone just to get the government to admit that he was still alive. Basically, in 1975, Lal Bahari went to get a loan for his business in Uttar Pradesh, India, when he was told that he couldn't because he was dead. As it turns out, Lal's uncle had bribed an official to file a certificate for him. He did this so that he could steal the half-an-acre plot of land that Lal owned. But although Lal was literally standing right there, his local government's office refused to declare him alive again. No matter how hard Lal tried to contact different officials, apparently no one even cared that he was still alive. This was devastating, since without his land, Lal was completely broke, and he also couldn't do anything without an identity. However, he refused to just accept his death without a fight. He soon organized his own funeral and attended it himself. He unsuccessfully demanded widow's compensation for his wife. He ran for prime minister as a person. He went on 3 hunger strikes, and he even kidnapped his uncle's kid, hoping the police would arrest him and be forced to admit that he was alive. Instead, the police realized his plan and just refused to get involved. It was only after 19 years that Lal was declared alive again, when one official finally decided to take a look at his case. Today, Lal leads the Association of People to help out the more than 40,000 people in Uttar Pradesh who have also been wrongfully declared.
This guy definitely had more patience than I do. After 19 years, I would have gave up. I would have just started a whole new identity.
Toronto police are telling the public to prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave the keys, leave the key fobs at your front door, because when they break in, that's all they want. You might as well just put a bow on it. You know what? Even better, why don't you invite them into your home, give them the keys, and wave them goodbye and to say thank you for stealing my vehicle. This is absolutely insane. This is everything wrong with the government and our police services. What is going on with this thinking? What I do not understand what these people that are the heads of our organizations are thinking. Instead of looking to solve the problem, this is what they are suggesting that we should be doing. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is just unbelievable. This is mind-blowing to me that this is the thought process of our government and police authorities and how to protect the people and the Canadian citizens that they are paid to protect. This is unbelievable.
That is pretty mind-blowing. We're like one step away from that here. You might as well leave milk and cookies out for him too. I've never seen that dog before. Delivery guy will be alright. If they bark, they don't bite.
Now the Holy Spirit must have got in this. Face it upwards. See all this? Turn it around, see? Open that. Nope, I'm out of here.
Ay, pero por mucho, ¿por qué hacen Mira. Mira, hasta se me abrió las... Estoy diciendo Mira, mira que vi humo ahí. Ya la vi porque puede explotar ahí. Y así no las comimos.
Dude, what was in that salsa? It was literally popping. That lady actually sounded concerned.
Your phone is always listening, but your phone's also a snitch. All of you are going to feel far more sane when I explain to you how Bluetooth technology is actually interfering with your daily life. How many of you have gone to Target and maybe stared at the 70-inch TV for a minute too long, and then you go home later that day, you pop on the grams, and suddenly there it is, 70-inch TV. You're like, it's meant to be, right? Like, how did they know to give me that targeted advertisement, right? Well, the truth is that in Target, there are these little Bluetooth low energy beacons, and they are listening and they are receiving. So your Bluetooth has a unique identifier. Later, Target's gonna go through data brokers and figure out who that is, and that's how they're gonna figure out how to target you later, but that's how you start to get those targeted advertisements.
All right, this thing has been driving me crazy lately, to be honest, because there has been times where I'm thinking of something, like buying a new pair of headphones. I won't look it up, I won't go to the store, I won't do any of these things, and it pops up in my phone. You tell me how that works. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
This morning, authorities cracking down on so-called crime tourism after a surge in burglaries breaking into homes, stealing jewelry, cash, and other luxury goods.
We have a significant increase in burglaries from organized groups that are outside this country, that are coming into the country, and they are targeting high-end residents.
Los Angeles police launching a new task force amid reports that the groups are becoming more active.
We're aware of this trend, and we're, I believe, approaching it appropriately.
The LAPD working with other departments too. Police in Scottsdale arresting 3 people last week using drones and helicopters to help track them down. The suspects, all from Chile, taken into custody. What? Police say it's part of a growing trend. Theft groups coming in from South America, entering the U.S. on tourist visas to target upscale neighborhoods.
They're transnational gangs, and they come into this country or many other countries around the world as well on 90-day visas and take advantage of our systems and our laws.
Dude, that's insane. They're full on going Mission Impossible. That dude was sliding down the house. When they said tourism, I thought it was people from other states going to California to do it. This is actually kind of blowing my mind.
According to new research, the UK is officially the second most miserable country in the world. So here's how miserable your country is. According to the 4th annual Mental State of the World report, Nigeria did really well with a score of 83 out of 100. I know the comments are going to go wild about this one, but the United States is doing pretty well mentally, scoring 73 out of 100. Saudi Arabia scored 68. Canada scored 67. Now this part is wild because 6th from last place is Australia, which is where I lived for 4 years. 3rd from last place is South Africa, which is where I grew up. And then 2nd to dead last is the UK, which is where I live now. On a journey of misery. And if you look at the graph, which shows the percentage of people in each country struggling mentally, the UK and South Africa are dead last. The question is, do you agree with your country's ranking or not?
I don't know how accurate this list is. We're really doing that good here? That's not the vibe I'm getting, man. There's no way people here are that happy.
What is that? What is that, puppy? What is that?
Arrête, voilà, arrête.
He's looking at me.
I've watched too many of these. The jump scares don't get me anymore.
She took out a loan for $1,000 from an online lender called Op5.
And I applied for it and I got approved the same day, and I was really shocked.
A snap decision that came with a soaring interest rate of nearly 160%, which could have cost her almost $800 more than she originally borrowed.
A lot of folks describe that as predatory.
Yes.
Do you think that was predatory?
Yes. At the time I was vulnerable, broke, I needed it.
We're seeing that folks who are being targeted are the majority of our customers are low-income communities of color.
Last year, her team successfully pushed to cap interest rates in Minnesota to 50%. But financial records reviewed by the Fox 9 investigators show companies are using a loophole in federal law to charge rates well above that.
It's called rent-a-bank because fintechs are renting a bank partner to export interest rates above 150%.
You live in Minnesota and you're applying for a loan from an online lender like OppFi, which is physically based in Chicago. OppFi then partners with a state-chartered bank in Utah, where there are no state interest caps. So instead of being protected by Minnesota's cap of up to 50%, you could end up paying 200 or even 300%.
Companies are disgusting. Banks, loan companies, all of them, they're all so gross. They lend out your money. Your money that you have in the bank is what's being lent out to other people, and they make money off of it. This poor lady got taken for a ride, man.
Snack time.
No clue. Yo, you ready? I can't. That dog started doing a handstand. And then this little guy started tweaking out. He really needed that. Well guys, that's all I have today. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're awesome and I appreciate you. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.